Hey, it's all with a quick guide to some easy gold making in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. I, like many of you, have a number of alts with very clever names. And not everyone plays their alts super actively. Like, for me, they all ultimately serve my main, like serfs to the master. But Dragonflight has given them an opportunity to be productive through professions, specifically Alchemy, super specifically transmutes. Throughout much of WoW's history, the transmute flip has been a thing, and this time around, it's super accessible. The idea is that your alts can be put to work, producing modest but surefire income with very little work involved. So let's get right to it. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and let's go over how this works. First thing you want to do is learn Alchemy on your given character. Complete the Profession Introduction questline, mostly for the purpose of getting some Artisans Consortium reputation. Hitting rep milestones will help you get started with a number of knowledge points, or KP, so you can start specializing. Next is to collect the KP treasures throughout the Dragon Isles for more points. An add-on like Handy Notes will point out where everything is. The toughest treasure to get is probably the one down here in the Azure Span, where there are a bunch of gnolls ready to eat you alive. I happen to use the Dragon Rider's Initiative talent to slam right into the area and loot the treasure while mobs are dazed. With all this in place, you can park yourself in town, and now you need to level up Alchemy a little bit. You can use the WoW Professions website for more details, but this here is your general shopping list to get started. Follow the directions until you reach skill level 25, when you unlock Alchemy specializations, and now we can get to work. Put 5 points into Alchemical Theory's base node to unlock Transmutation, and then put points into Transmutation until it's maxed out. And then you're basically done. Once it's maxed out, you'll have up to 10 transmute charges, which is really the whole point of this, where you can log onto a transmute alt, buy some mats, do a flip, post it on the auction house, log off, return at some point to collect money, and then do more flips and repeat. But let's look at some of the finer details here. Have a look at the 4 awakened elements here: fire, frost, earth, and air, and their prices. And here's the transmute recipe that you learned while leveling that takes 1 awakened fire and 1 awakened frost and turns it into 2 awakened air. The math is fairly self-explanatory, where if 2 air is worth more than 1 frost and 1 fire put together, it's a profit. Do the flip. Awakened elements are needed for many professions in Dragonflight, meaning that these are going to move super fast, meaning that you can immediately eyeball your expected profit. There's a bit more you can do to raise your profits. One is to level Alchemy to 50, so you can learn the other transmute recipes, for example Earth, because it's also worth more than Fire and Frost at the moment. You'll probably get here if you're trying to earn even more knowledge points faster. Alchemy has a very easy weekly profession quest that has you basically break down cheap potions. Your alts barely need to leave town unless you're really hungry for the points. Profession tools and enchants will be of great help as well. I happen to focus on the multi-craft stat, and on average it's proven to be much more lucrative than to go for more resourcefulness procs. After all, this is a quick flip using a recipe that has limited charges. It's in your interest to get more of the end product than to sit on more of the cheaper stuff that you started with that you have to, wait for to use. As time goes by and you have more points, you can try speccing for more resourcefulness like I ended up doing. I mean, there aren't a lot of options for transmutes. It doesn't require levels, there's no inspiration in play. In hindsight though, I wouldn't even stress over this. Personally, I feel like resourcefulness only procs about half as much as the stat sheet says, but it's better than nothing. If you managed to make your way to the end of this video, you're probably thinking like, wow, dude, this is a really pathetic flip. And you're kind of right, it's not a lot of gold. It's like, 7,000 to 9,000 gold per week or so? But this is also a really easy and accessible flip with a low cost to invest into. It doesn't require outside farming once you're set up. It doesn't require camping the auction house or the crafting table or trade chat. It's something for your alts to do if they're idling, and if you have a lot of alts, that 7,000 to 9,000 gold can turn into like 70 or 90,000 gold a week from just running between the auction house, the mailbox, and the crafting table. And that's pretty much it. That's the guy. Go make some gold. Like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.